Hi all, welcome back to Trinity Technologies. And please like, subscribe our channel, and don't forget to share with your friends and families. Join Telegram channel if you have any queries. Post there so that we'll try to reply you back. So you can search for Trinity Technologies in the Telegram channel. So you will find a channel with 5,700 plus people. So you can join there, and if you have any queries, you guys can post there so that I'll try to reply you back. Or else there's a lot of active community. They are helping each other so that you will get all the answers for your questions. So what we are doing is like we are doing DevOps project. Okay, so we have already done DevOps project, but there are a lot of people asking questions about real time scenarios. Okay, so how you work out the real time scenarios and how it will be there in the real time scenarios. The major question is like why when I'm going for the interview, why the interviewer is finding out that I'm not a real time guy. Okay, so this is simple. Okay, so there's a simple answer. I've already told a lot of times, like how you need to behave when you are going for the interview, or someone asks you about your roles and responsibilities, and how you need to manage your interview is very important. What you need to write it down first, and what you need to figure it out, like how you gonna deliver your interview. Okay, so most of the guys, what you guys are doing is you are checking the job description of the employer, and you are trying to convert your resume into his profile or into his requirement. Okay, so this is very wrong. Okay, so you have already submitted your resume, you have already have your client name, you have already have your tools incorporated, you have already mentioned all the details in your resume. Okay, but after that, by watching the JD, don't try to convert your resume or convert your profile into their requirements. You should do that before you are sending the resumes. Okay, so the reason why I've told a lot of time that check the LinkedIn, check Naukri or Monster, Indeed.com, check their job descriptions and see what are the tools being asked more frequently and try to incorporate those tools. But when you have already put your resume, you have already mentioned few of the tools. For example, you have not mentioned Kubernetes anywhere, but the requirement of the job is Kubernetes. So when the job, whenever it got scheduled, okay, so don't say that you know Kubernetes. Okay, so here you are messing with your profile, you are messing with your tools. Again, you wanted to go back and check what is Kubernetes, what exactly it is doing. Okay, so that is wrong way of doing. So before sending your resume, you need to make sure that what you have, what you need to deliver. It doesn't matter, like, see, for example, someone comes as a DevOps engineer for the interview, and my requirement is some of my requirement is to deploy the code on the Kubernetes. If this guy doesn't know what is Kubernetes, and if he doesn't know how to deploy the code on Kubernetes, this is not only thing that I required. Okay, so I'll check like whether he is really doing any DevOps kind of job, or in his roles and responsibilities, did he ever involved in DevOps methods. Okay, so did he, like, if I hire him, will he be capable of doing that job. Okay, so this is what I'll check. Okay, so I'm not going to force him that, okay, you only if you know Kubernetes, then only we will hire, otherwise we are not going to hire you. Okay, so there is no concept of doing that in any organization. Okay, so it's very few. You can say it's only 1% of organizations, they might be checking for that particular tool or a particular product. Okay, so because we are searching for the DevOps engineers, if you guys know how to work on the DevOps, if you are already working, if you're already involved into the DevOps practices, then definitely you will get the job. Okay, so don't worry about that. Whatever you have put first, okay, whatever you have kept in your resume in the beginning, please keep go or please go with that only. Okay, so don't try to change it frequently. Okay, so that it will definitely impact your chances. And also I've mentioned everything in the project. Okay, so maybe like if you have not taken the project, you might not know. Okay, so what will be the roles of DevOps engineer, what exactly he will do, how to interact with other teams, how DevOps pipelines being made, and what all the process we follow. Okay, so that I've already mentioned in the DevOps project. Okay, so here the major thing is I've already explained like how you need to behave in the real time, how you need to deliver the project in the real time, what exactly you need to speak when an interviewer asks you about yourself. Okay, so a lot of people what they are doing is whenever someone asks you like what about yourself, like tell me about yourself. Okay, so here you guys are delivering everything in the sense what is that, what your job, what you are doing, what is the pipeline, why you are using Maven, why you are using Nexus, what is jar files, what is var files, what is Tomcat, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, everything you are just giving everything in the about section. Okay, if someone asks you like tell me about yourself, you are trying to deliver everything. Okay, so that is not the agenda. Okay, so that like that is not at all the requirement here. Only 90% of the people are getting caught that you are not an experienced person or you are not working in the DevOps practices. Okay, so that is a very much impact you guys are facing. And like till now whomever I am talking to, okay, so they are giving this feedback. Okay, so whenever I ask them like tell me about yourself, or like how you want to like start how you open your interview with the interviewer. Okay, so they are mentioning all these stuff. Okay, you should not mention all this stuff. Okay, so you need to mention what kind of project you are working in, what is the project name exactly, what is the project, what is the project name you are working, what exactly you are achieving with that project. Okay, for example, if you are working for any monitoring project, you can say that it's a monitoring project. Monitoring project also it will involve DevOps methods. If it is pharma project, you know like what happens on the pharma project. Okay, and also if you are going for any other domains like e-commerce project or whatever it is, banking, whatever it is. Okay, so first thing is you need to know what is project, what exactly you want to give about the project, what exactly you are achieving with that project. What do you mean by achieving with that project? Again, for example, if you are delivering a website, okay, so what exactly you are achieving with this project? So what exactly you are achieving? You are delivering the web page where I can go and buy something. Okay, so as a client I can go, as a customer I can go and buy. Okay, so what is the end user is having, what end customer is getting is very important, and you are going to mention that in your project, like whenever you're opening your interview, like this is what we are doing, so this is the process we are following. Okay, so what exactly client is required, what exactly customer is getting. Okay, so client is nothing but whoever the project you're working for, and this client have customers. For example, if I have client called Swiggy, so what is the customers are getting, they will be having an app, so they can order the food from the app. Okay, so this is the difference between client and a customer. Okay, so who are the customers of the client and what exactly customer is getting is very important, and you need to define this. Okay, so you need to define it in a proper way that this is what happening. Okay, then you can mention that, so in this project my role is, okay, so you need to start with your role, what exactly you are doing. Okay, so if you are doing CI/CD, okay, so continuous integration and continuous deployment, and I'm using tools like Jenkins. So the major job of like the major job which I'm doing or which I'm involved in is Jenkins. And also we have tools like you can open with Ansible, Terraform, Kubernetes. And also my major job is to integrate all these tools to have a continuous deployment on Kubernetes or on the VMs, whatever you have in your product. And also you can mention that we are also, and we are following a process that is an agile process, which includes Scrum, or you can go with the Kanban boards. Okay, so it totally depends on what you are what exactly you know. Okay, so if you are not working in a real time, you don't know what is Scrum, you don't know what is Kanban boards. Okay, so you guys can go and watch my video, but you need to have the basic idea of what process you are following. Okay, so this is what they require, this is what they are expecting when you are opening your interview. Okay, so don't give all this stuff. Okay, so they are not going to ask you the flow in the beginning. Okay, so when you are opening the interview, don't give them the flow like I have gate, the code comes to gate, then I pick that code, then I'll put that into the Jenkins. From Jenkins, I build using Maven. From Maven, we'll push to containers. Containers will create image. Then we'll push to Nexus. From Nexus, we'll push to VMs or Kubernetes. Who wants this information? No one wants this information. Like how it is running in the beginning. Okay, so they might ask you like, okay, what exactly happens? What is your pipeline doing, and how what you are achieving with that pipelines? Okay, then you can let them know like how you pick the code and how you integrate these tools, then what is the end result. Okay, don't give this YouTube project. Okay, so most of the people are trying to give them the same YouTube project which we have. Okay, so YouTube projects in the sense like there are a lot of YouTube projects which talks about Maven, Nexus. Okay, so one more important thing is when you are talking about container registries, no one will use the third party container registries. Okay, so most of the people are working with AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, so if you are working with these products, okay, most of the time the container registries will be owned by, like, we use container registries which are in the cloud like ECR or ACR or GCR. Okay, so these container registries we are using, we are not using Nexus, or we are not going to use the Docker Hub. Okay, so that is very rare cases, or even the startup organizations are not setting their own private repositories. Okay, because we have these private repositories already on the cloud. Okay, so we can use those private repositories, because a lot of you guys are mentioning that you are deploying Kubernetes on the clouds. It might be EKS, AKS, or GKE, right? But these, you guys also mentioning that you are maintaining all the images in the Nexus. Okay, so it's this is which is not appropriate. Maybe this is very basic trainings that we people give in the institutes, or in YouTube's they just deliver this because this is what they wanted to know. Okay, so this is what they know by training or by reading books. Okay, but what exactly happens in the real time is a different scenario. Okay, so whenever you are tied up with the cloud environment, you are already paying to the cloud customer. Okay, so why you want to set a private own repository, and why you want to maintain? Okay, there are different cases. Okay, so where if you are doing on premise, then you definitely need to have on premise. Okay, but the thing is, you guys are always talking about cloud in your resumes. If I open any resume, there will be huge number of cloud services mentioned in the resume. And why, when you are deploying every application on the cloud, why you are using these registries outside of the cloud? Okay, so just think about it. Okay, so because we never, like in our organization, we never used a Nexus or any third party repository. Even if Nexus is our own private repository, we are not going to use it. Okay, so because we are not going to maintain that, we are not going to check on the versions or upgrades. Okay, so that is again a more burden on the project. Okay, so most of the time we use container registries which are available on the cloud. Okay, so because all our products are deployed on the cloud, why we want to set up a private registry? Okay, so this is one thing lot of guys are missing. Okay, and also whenever you are explaining the project, you should be explaining in a realistic way. Okay, so even if you are deploying it in your laptop, you might have bought that code, or you might have copied that code from where, and you have put that, and you, whenever you are delivering, what exactly you are doing is important. A lot of guys are saying that they are writing Ansible playbooks. Why you write Ansible playbook when you have a lot of job in maintaining your CI/CD pipelines? What exactly you do on an Ansible playbook, and how you push that Ansible playbooks to all the servers without having a Linux administration capabilities? Okay, so this one thing which, like, people are missing. And also most of the time we have Kubernetes teams, we have separate teams. Okay, so whenever you are deploying something, there will be a Kubernetes team who handles everything. But as a DevOps engineer, you should know what exactly it does, okay, what exactly Kubernetes does, because you are trying to integrate that with your Jenkins, you are trying to integrate the code with the Jenkins. Then you, whenever you run, you should know a basic information about Kubernetes, okay. So without that, you cannot integrate, or you cannot give these solutions when you get the errors. And also Terraform, most of the time Terraform is um, like, when you say most of the time, 80 to 90% of the time it is the job of the DevOps engineer, or some of the separate teams are there for the Terraform, but not much, because most of the developers write Terraform code, okay. So it totally depends, but as of now all the organizations are expecting you guys to know the Terraform. Or if you have a huge cloud team, then definitely they will have that capability to write Terraform code or a cloud formation code, whatever the templates they have with respect to that cloud, okay. But when we are talking about Terraform, this is most of the time DevOps engineers will do, or a cloud engineer will do. And also process, whenever you're talking about process, you should be very clear on how it is working on a daily basis. How will you do these stand-up calls, and how you prepare your Kanban boards, what are the things you see in the Kanban boards, how you come up with the new changes. For example, in my architecture, even in the project, when I have started my architecture, I don't have Kubernetes on cloud. Then in between, I have changed my architecture, right? Because this is not a waterfall model that you need to come from the beginning. This is a microservice projects, okay? So whenever I want to have some changes, I can do that as quickly as possible as per the client's requirement, okay. So that is what I have done in my project as well, okay. So be realistic when you are going for the interviews. So this is the major thing people are missing, okay. So I have provided all this stuff in my DevOps project. If you guys want to join, you can join there. And I have asked a lot of people to put the same project, because this project is being used in Dell. This project is using in IBM, Capgemini, Cognizant, Accenture have this project. Even TCS is working on this project for one of the clients. Wipro have this project with one of the clients. Okay, so even yesterday someone called me yesterday from Capgemini. Okay, so he has the same requirement. Then I said, like, see, that is the, like, whatever you have, whatever the project you are going, I have already delivered that in my project. Okay, so that is like same project what I have done, he got the requirement. Okay, so there's lot of organizations using this project. You guys can go and opt for that. And also I have mentioned like how you can put that in the resume. I'm adding the videos in that private videos. Initially it was 4.5 hours, now it went to 5 hours. Then I have added Q&A session. Then I have added one more video of how to push the code to the Ansible. Okay, so there are a lot of updates happening on that videos as well. Okay, so if you guys want to go and opt, you can go and opt for that project. So this is it. And also I've started Cloud Master program. You guys can go and join. Buy me a biryani membership, 199 membership. Every week there will be 3 videos minimum. Okay, so maximum I cannot say, like, I may release 6 to 7 videos also, but for now I'm thinking of releasing 3 videos per week for the Cloud Master program. So I've started Azure, but I have given why cloud, what is cloud, services of cloud, and what types of clouds we have, the basic thing for all the clouds. Okay, so that is the first session which I have already posted in the memberships playlist. Okay, so I will release all the videos pretty soon, like every week 3 videos. So keep watching this space for the Cloud Master program. And also DevOps Master program is already available with 50 plus hours, which is in public. You guys can go and watch, and you can learn DevOps. You don't get this content anywhere for free. Okay, so which is huge content, which is very realistic. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Have a great happy learning. Okay, so have a great day. Bye.